Rent-free royals living rent-free on the Crown Estate. How true is that particular breaking news story? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you. Hope you're keeping well, whatever you're doing today. Can I also quickly touch on the recent debacle with the celebrated British actor Hugh Grant, who was, shall we say, interviewed, using that term loosely, at the Oscars ceremony. And a lot of people, the clip, as they call it in today's terms, boys and girls, went viral because he didn't appear to be enjoying the interview. There's two reasons when you look at it. I've done lots of those red carpets, let me tell you. And the bottom line is that, a lot of stars turn up and then don't necessarily want to be interviewed. I remember doing a Doctor Who convention and one of the stars said, I didn't realize the media were going to be here. You think, well, why didn't you think they were going to be here? They just want a free ticket a lot of the time. Hugh Grant is notoriously difficult. I've interviewed him on numerous occasions. He never seems to enjoy any sort of confrontation or indeed, shall we say, niceties from the media. The particular individual interviewed and tried her best. I thought she came out of it incredibly well. But if a celebrity, of course, is kind of rude and disinterested and diffident about the whole thing, then they know they get some attention. Who can remember any other interviews but Hugh Grant? So did he do it on purpose? I'll leave you to decide that. Back as ever to your breaking royal story of the day. Interesting really, because this headline claims that Harry and Meghan have now decided, thanks to a very agreeable deal with Buckingham Palace, that they no longer have to pay rent on Frogmore Cottage. It's interesting, isn't it, when you think, because if you remember, they had it refurbished for 2.5 million. But according to Prince Harry in that chat with Oprah Winfrey, he didn't have any money. His father had cut him off financially. He lied about that because royal documents showed that, in fact, Prince Charles had put together quite a substantial financial package for his youngest son for the first year out of royal life. So once again, a little bit of diffident round there, isn't there? What I find strange also is the fact that this particular story then goes on to claim that if they were to rent this particular property out, how much they could get every year. Well, first and foremost, we checked with the palace and we can tell you this, that there's a private deal between his youngest son and King Charles. This all centres upon the fact that very soon, of course, Harry and Meghan will be vacating Frogmore Cottage for good. Apparently, it's not a place that they have happy memories for, so consequently, why would they need it? Obviously, they were looking for a UK base. That wouldn't seem so necessary now, given the fact that they're not that particularly popular, allegedly over here in the United Kingdom. But the bigger picture is this. The article goes on to claim, as I say, what monies that people could get if they rented a property out. It's ridiculous. It's on the Windsor estate. They cannot rent it out. It's, part of their own family property empire. So it would have to go to a family member, i.e. perhaps Prince Andrew, should he ever vacate Royal Lodge. But that's an ongoing battle too. And as you know, here on this channel, we like to be impartial and bring you both sides of the news. So on this occasion, this particular story is totally fabricated against the former royals known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They claim that they paid 2.5 million in refurbishment. Many would suggest that that was a fraction of that, as ever, we have to say allegedly, because consequently Harry and Meghan did not receive said monies from Netflix until further down the line, and indeed Spotify and book deals. So what did they pay it with? Interesting developing story there, of course. But as for them getting a rent-free deal, simply not the case. A good story, but once again, the mainstream media being a little bit fragrant with the boundaries of the truth is what I would tell you. And it's always good, as I say, to share exactly what we find out exclusively for you. Neil Sean in the very heart of England.